Hello everyone, myself Priyanka Vidyathar Kande Patil. Today we learn about the ELISA technique. So, first of all, we see the basic introduction of ELISA. That is, it stands for Enzyme Linked Immunosorbent Assay. So, basically, it is an immunological technique which is highly sensitive and it is used to detect and quantify the antigen or antibody present in that particular serum sample. So it is the modified technique of the radioimmunoassay. So what is the radioimmunoassay? So radioimmunoassay, it is also the immunological technique which is used to detect or quantify the antigen or antibody present in that particular serum sample. But it is also used to quantify the lower concentration of antigen, that is drug concentration in blood, vitamin concentration, hormone concentration, and protein concentration. So basically radioimmunoassay, it is used to determine the insulin anti-insulin complex to that diabetic patient. So that is the ELISA. So in ELISA, there are various types of substrates used or various types of enzymes used. So the enzymes, that is horseradish peroxidase, alkaline phosphatase, beta galactosidase or glucosidase, then glucose oxidase, then the acetylcholine esterase. So these enzymes are used in the ELISA technique. So enzyme linked means enzyme attached to the particular antibody. Immune means the antigen that binds to the particular antibody or the specific antibody. Then sorbent. So sorbent means what? The particular antigen of interest which is immobilized or absorbed onto the plastic surface which is made up of polystyrene and the chromogenic substrates used. So basically the colorless substrate which is converted into colorful product in the presence of enzyme. So basically this ELISA technique, we see the principle. So ELISA, it is a highly sensitive technique. It is based on the three principles in combination. So first principle, an immune reaction, that is antigen and antibody interactions, which is highly specific interaction. Second principle, that is enzymatic chemical reaction. So basically enzymatic chemical reaction, the enzymes that catalyzes the formation of colored product by using the colorless substrate. And third principle, that is antigen detection and quantification. So in that particular principle, we detect the antigen and quantify the color intensity of that particular colored product by using spectrophotometer or to measure the absorbance. So ELISA technique, basically it is categorized into four types: direct ELISA, indirect ELISA, sandwich ELISA, and competitive ELISA. We see one by one. So first is direct ELISA. So basically in the direct ELISA, the antigen is directly immobilized on the surface of microtiter plate or the microtiter well. So basically this is the well. Here the antigen is already coated or immobilized on the surface of microtiter well. So the enzyme linked antibody is added and this particular enzyme linked antibody is binds to that particular antigen. So add conjugated primary antibody. So this enzyme, that is a horseradish peroxidase, for that particular enzyme we use the substrate, that is hydrogen peroxide and tetramethylbenzidine. Then add substrate and signal detection by using spectrophotometer. Here we measure the absorbance. So that is the direct ELISA. Basically the direct ELISA, it is very simple, but it is less sensitive. It is straightforward procedure, required less time because it required the few steps. That's why it required the less time. That is the direct ELISA. Second type is the indirect ELISA. So in the indirect ELISA, this ELISA technique, it is used for the detection of antibody present in that particular blood sample or the serum sample. So here the antigens are already coated or immobilized on the plastic surface which is made up of polystyrene. So this is antigen coated well. Then we add the serum sample. Washing is required because some unbound antigens or antibody are present in that particular microtiter well, so that the removal of that unbound antigens or antibody, the washing is required. So for the washing, we use the washing buffer. So addition of specific antibody to be measured. Then we add the enzyme linked secondary antibody. If in the serum sample the antibody, that is your primary antibody, is present, then this particular antibody binds to the antigen, specific antigen. Then we add the enzyme linked secondary antibody. So here we use the enzyme that is alkaline phosphatase. For that particular enzyme, we use the substrate that is para-nitrophenyl phosphate. So this is the colorless substrate which is converted into colorful product, that is para-nitrophenol, which is a yellow color compound. Here the color intensity is measured spectrophotometrically. We measure the absorbance. So that is the indirect ELISA. Basically, indirect ELISA, it is used for the detection of rabies infection, then corona infection, HIV infection. So this is the sandwich ELISA. So basically, sandwich ELISA, it is used for the detection of antigen present in that particular serum sample. So here the antibody coated well. The antibody is present on the surface of the microtiter plate or the microtiter well. Then we add the serum sample. Washing is required. Then in the serum sample, the antigen is present. Then that particular antigen binds to the antibody. So addition of antigen to be measured. Then we wash, and there is the addition of enzyme linked secondary antibody. So here the antigen is sandwiched between two types of antibody, that is your primary antibody and enzyme linked secondary antibody. So that particular mechanism is known as a sandwich ELISA. Antigen is sandwiched between two types of antibody. Then addition of substrate. For that particular enzyme, we add the substrate. If we use the horseradish peroxidase, for that particular enzyme, we add the hydrogen peroxide and tetramethylbenzidine. If we use the alkaline phosphatase, for that particular enzyme, we use the substrate that is para-nitrophenyl phosphate. Or if we use the beta-galactosidase enzyme, for that particular enzyme, we use the X-gal, which form the blue color. So here addition of chromogenic substrate. Then that particular color intensity of that colored product is measured spectrophotometrically. That is the sandwich ELISA. In sandwich ELISA, there is the detection of antigen. Along with that, there is the detection of cytokines, hormones, proteins, glycoproteins, then vitamins, serum proteins, etc. That is the sandwich ELISA. The last type is competitive ELISA. So competitive ELISA, it is used for the detection and the quantification of antigen as well as antibody. Here there is the competition between bound antigen. So what is meant by bound antigen? That is coated antigen which are already present on the surface of microtiter well. That is bound antigen and the unknown antigen. So there is the competition between bound antigen and unknown antigen. So here we see the two cases. The first case, within unknown sample, no antigen present. So within unknown sample, the unknown antigen is totally absent. So here the mixture आहे unknown sample plus antibody, which is the known concentration. the known concentration of antibody plus unknown sample. In the unknown sample, antigen is absent. That is the mixture. Then that particular mixture we add, washing is required. So this is the antigen coated well. Antigens are present on the surface of microtubule plate. Then we add the antigen plus antibody mixture to that particular well. If the unknown sample where the antigen is absent, then that particular free antibody which binds to the antigen, coated antigen. Then washing is required. Then we add the enzyme linked secondary antibody. That enzyme linked secondary antibody binds to the primary antibody. That particular enzyme, we add the substrates. The chromogenic substrate is responsible for the conversion of colorless substrate to the colored product. Then we measure the absorbance. So here, within unknown sample, no antigen is present, then absorbance is low. Second case, within unknown sample, unknown antigen is present. If unknown antigen is present in the unknown sample, then here there is the mixture of antibody, that is known concentration, and in the unknown sample there is the antigen present. So here this unknown sample or the mixture of antigen or antibody is added to that particular microtiter well. So this is antigen coated well. Here the addition of antigen plus antibody mixture. So in the unknown sample antigen is present. So this free antibody is bounded by antigen. The antigens are bind to that particular free antibody. So here that particular mixture is added, then washing is required. Then there is the addition of enzyme linked secondary antibody, and that particular enzyme we added the substrate, that is chromogenic substrate, and that particular color intensity measured. So here antigen is present. That's why the absorbance is very high. That is the competitive ELISA. Next, that is ELISpot assay. ELISpot assay, it is the modification of ELISA assay. It stands for enzyme linked immunosorbent spot assay. So basically this ELISpot assay, it is used for the detection of cytokines. Basically the secreting cells which produce the cytokines. For that purpose, we use the ELISpot assay. So here again, this is the well coated with anti-cytokine antibody. So this anti-cytokine antibody, that particular mixture, and here we add the sample. So this sample are of two types, that is secretory cells and non-secretory cells. So the secretory cells produce the cytokine and non-secretory cells which cannot produce the cytokines. That particular cells we add in the microtiter well. So add test cell suspension and incubate at 37 degrees Celsius. So if the secretory cells are present in that particular serum sample, then cytokines are bind to that particular antibody. And if non-secretory cells are present in that particular serum sample, then there is no cytokines. Then washing, and the enzyme linked secondary antibody is added. So enzyme linked secondary antibody, if the cytokines are bind to that particular antibody, that is primary antibody, so the enzyme linked secondary antibody are added. So that particular enzyme we add the substrate, and that particular chromogenic substrate is responsible for the conversion of colorless substrate into the colored product. So here, if the cytokines are present, there is the formation of zones. So these are the zones of secretory cells which produce the cytokines. So this ELISpot assay, it is used to detect the cytokines. Thank you.